Welcome back to our channel.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm gonna burn him in a fiery pit.
Today we're going to talk about another Dolly Parton show we saw, and it's more of a pirate show. Before we give you reviews on this one, I do want to warn you that there were a lot of strobe lights, fireworks, sounds, and it is a little bit darker than some of the other shows. So before buying these tickets, do keep that in mind. And I want to say that we did do VIP for this tour as well. And again, I would not recommend the VIP because you get very little things extra. You do get a smaller VIP section to meet the cast beforehand. You get to go in maybe 2 or 3 minutes sooner than the rest of the crowd is allowed to go in, and that's it. And then similar to the other shows, we were guaranteed first row seatings. We were not in the first row, and I did actually complain, and they told us that just because it says front row seating, that is still considered front row. So I was a little salty about that.
Something that also annoyed me was that the VIPs, you would think that they would have some of the better views. We were set on the side rather than there was seats down the middle where you could see straight, and I feel like that would be more reasonable to have VIP there. But the seating was weird, but the show itself was pretty good, and it was run by mini games and stuff to determine who was going to be, I think, the new captain.
Something funny that gives it an extra 2 points and a pass on the VIP. There was a silly seal, 2 of them. And
so
one of them was
that
fat.
was probably my favorite part of the show, is that they had trained seals come out at one point, do a few little tricks and participate, and then they left, and that was a highlight for me as well. So the show, like Marcus was saying, it is 2 different teams, I guess, kind of battling against each other. And it was an interesting show, but if you've seen any other show like this, it's very similar because we have seen other shows with pirates in them, like dinner shows. And it was very similar. As a matter of fact, the only part that was really different for me was the seal section, because even the acrobatics in it were very similar. Something else is we did decide to do a gluten-free meal this night, just because we had gotten tired of eating a very similar meal at the other Dolly Parton shows. And I don't think that really worked out to our benefit. What did y'all think about that meal?
I think it was worse than just repeating the same chicken and stuff.
And something that's strange, all of the food there, it's either we didn't get much food, and it was very small proportions. Even our dad, he got a meal that could be found in a kid's menu at a restaurant. It was very small proportions.
So because we had done that, it was a grilled chicken. It tastes like this chicken had been cooked 4 times over. It was so dry that I didn't even eat half of it, and I couldn't eat half of it. The bread was so dry. The potato came with only butter, and maybe that's part of the gluten-free thing. I don't know, because we're not really gluten-free. But it just wasn't good. So if you're not a person who follows a gluten-free diet, don't be brave and try it. You'll regret it. And we even got a different dessert. Remember, wasn't it a cookie?
Yeah, I think it was a gluten-free cookie.
It was a cookie, but it wasn't you would think that if it was you were in VIP, they would be either made there with all the other food, but it was it looked like they just went to the store and bought cookies, and they were still in the packaging, and they just handed out cookies.
I would say if you've never seen any pirate dinner show, again, of course, it is worth going, but do not spend your money on the VIP section. Save your money and spend it somewhere else. Meeting the cast is nice, but I don't think it's something worth paying the extra money over. The food is the same as the other dinner shows unless you do the gluten-free meal, and you're not guaranteed front row seating or center seating, which I'm still salty over.
Well,
we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.